the answering of the mini questions too. So I left off here at we're gonna find a map of Allen. I already answered that, and so next one is how far away is Allen to Nixton? That is 230 or 240 kilometers as the crow flies, and it's up in the 280-kilometer range if you want to drive there. And how far are those cities from the Golden Highway, exit X9? Golden Highway is in the Thoria region in Dartmouth. So that's about, I measured this is about 480 kilometers. Want to hop on M2 while you're at it. So where's that? That is, if you're the M2, let me grab my map real quick. M2 is, it runs from Rainius through Yardsville, through Nixton, and then goes east and then drops into Willings. So, which is a wonderful segue to our next question, which is it true that whatever happens in Willings stays in Willings? Simple answer is yes, it's true. Whatever happens in Willings stays in Willings. Did you know that you made it up? Sure. But the philosophy is that if there is an infinite amount of dimensions, then anyone can make up a dimension and have it be real, but we don't know that. So it's most likely, as of now, not in existence. Okay, so why do you always have to speak in universal glyphs, or heaven forbid simplex? Why do you always have to speak in second, or English as we call it? Just whatever floats your boat. I mean, call it by its American name, Sandtown. Yes, I do agree that Sandtown is easier pronounced than the universal glyphs version, because they speak universal glyphs in Sandtown, and they call it Hahava, which is basically like the slang for the longer name, and I mean, that's what they call it. And I call it Sandtown because it's easier for me to understand. Yep. And what's with the ultimate goal? Let me just pull up the document on my screen here because I got it on my computer, and what's with the ultimate goal? Well, the ultimate goal is literally, it's just kind of more of an ideology than it is a religion. It's come on, Word, open quicker. Just giving me some, usually it doesn't take this long, probably because I'm running the stupid webcam program at the same time. Takes a lot of memory. Alright, there we go. It was created, we think, around 100 YDY, and that's during the short period of disunity in the Central Empire, when everything just kind of broke up, but the Central Empire came back and had another golden age or whatever. So, we don't know who made it. We know that it just slowly seeped into the general population, that it took its root there. Though a lot of people did not like it. It's basically just the idea that we all walk along a path, or no, there is a path, and that it leads to a certain goal, which no one knows what the goal is, and all of us walk our own paths, and our paths at some point cross that one big ultimate path, and so we walk along that path for a short distance, and then it's like, so we do our part to help everything flow the way that it's supposed to go. That's just the idea of that. It's the main concepts are the reluctant beckoning, which is basically just continuing on in spite of like your feelings and emotions, and just continuing to put your resolve forward or whatever. The perpetual confusion, that is the fact that even though you do not know what the ultimate goal is, you should just keep going. And also, the exhilarating patience is waiting for your section on the path and realizing after the fact that what was on the path was what you were waiting for the entire time, and you realize everything and it just kind of makes sense. And that time going up to it is like you feel great and you're just pulling through, and it's like, oh wow, that was really my time, wasn't it? And that's the exhilarating patience. And the ultimate goal is the end of the path. So that's the ultimate goal. There's a lot of Hitler references that compare ultimate goal to the final solution, which is not an accurate comparison. I'm not going to exterminate all trot heirs. Aren't you playing God? Well, I prefer to think that the paracosm exists, air bunnies, in my subconscious, and my conscious kind of discovers what's going on there. So I feel that I'm not creating it as much as I am just kind of discovering what my subconscious kind of pooped out one day. Yeah, so that's the way that I see it. But that's kind of weird, right? Yeah. But why don't they believe in gods? Okay, their culture is revolves mainly around materialistic drive as opposed to like a spiritual and cultural, yes, but their culture is, we got to make more money, we got to make more money. The first government that ever formed there was in fact around, let's make more money, let's trade more people, let's become organized as like a trading thing. And that's how they made their first government. So it's evident that they usually deviate towards these monetary materialistic things as opposed to anything else. So that is, I'm guessing they just don't have much spiritual need or drive, and so they don't have to fulfill that. So they haven't produced anything that does fulfill that need because they don't have the need. Why don't they believe you that you are a god and actually when in actuality you are a god? Okay, so many other people's paracosms work differently, but some of them are like a character in their paracosm, and they do things, they interact with the other people. In my type, if they perceive me as a person, then the paracosm breaks down and it becomes messed up. It does not work anymore. So that's how that works. Why aren't we the paracosm and they the real world? Well, that's entirely possible. No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know how you would tell. Uh, simulacra and simulations. That sounds like that book or something. Yeah. What's south of the New Sea? Well, we shall see. We do not know yet. We don't know what's south of the New Sea. Or I don't anyways. So, what's north of the continent? Another one of those weird questions. We don't know yet. We have to find out. But it's a world of possibilities out there, Up, down, left, right, etc. What's up? The ceiling. Down, my feet. Laptop cord. I mean, you're not really giving me any very good directions, right? There's some journals for school. Left, binder, empty Gatorade bottle, that kind of deal. Have you been reading this? Yes, I have. It's pretty obvious, right? Are you keeping up? Oh, yeah. Are you going to answer all these questions? That is the end of the question block. So, yes, I did answer all those questions. Thanks for watching.